do you revive your devices to ensure that your money stays in your pocket? Because, you know, checking the devices these days, Mr. Abitoye, if you want to get a flagship device, for example, you're talking in the millions.
You mentioned flagship,
yeah.
So yes.
In the millions, right?
Yes,
but people have devices that are not totally dead. You know, they are still capable of doing things, right? So how do we save our money
I like the way you said
and
that.
revive our devices this year?
So it's interesting that manufacturers would always push out new models.
Oh, yeah.
And make your old ones obsolete. However, they don't have to be. This is back to school season, and the beginning of the year, people would usually want to invest in new gadgets, and if your budget does not allow, just take one of these tips. So when you buy a computer, a tablet, a phone, over time you notice the operation starts getting slower. To start up, to shut down, gets slower. The first culprit usually is the storage device. So prior to 2012, 2013, computers shipped with magnetic storage devices called hard disk. All right. So you see they spin at high speeds. Back then they were fast.
Oh, really?
Now they are slow.
Because
technology
has moved.
Yeah. And our taste buds, when you turn on your computer, you want it to come up right away.
Very fast.
Back
and then you load it with different windows.
There you go. Back then, you start up your computer, you can go and cook beans before you come back.
Those were the days. Windows 98, Windows 2000.
You used Windows 98.
Then Windows XP,
nice.
Vista. You know what? Just go on. I'm just going to keep quiet.
Maybe you should take this segment. You're well versed. I'm glad. So you need to replace the hard disk drive with the solid state drive. Your computer will perform 5-10 times faster.
Yes. So you can take out the
same technology that your flash drive uses is what solid state drive uses. So your hard disk drives, at this day and age, with the advancement in operating system, software, your solid state drive would be a better addition, and of course it will revive your computer. You do not have to buy a new one.
But it doesn't come as cheap as HDDs.
Not as cheap, but cheaper than they were 10 years ago.
Right.
Yes, you'll be surprised. Second is you need to upgrade the memory. You know, technology advancement has its downsides.
Right.
The more you see, the features you see in those gadgets, the more resources they use. By resources, I mean the computer resources or the phone resources. So you find out, oh, you want to use the latest operating system, but your computer will just be dragging. So
you want to kill me.
So there's something called RAM, that's a random access memory. Think of like a coffee table. You can only open so many documents on it. But you have a large conference table, you can open multiple documents. That's what the RAM, that's the RAM memory. So if you upgrade the RAM memory of your device, sorry, you cannot upgrade the RAM of a phone.
We'll get to that.
Exactly. So
but let's do computers first.
Yes, computers. So upgrading the RAM would improve the performance of your device as well. Next, you want to do is free up storage space. You know, sometimes you're like, I need this file, I need this file.
You want to keep those memories.
You want to keep those memories, keep them in the cloud. Don't worry, we'll get to that in another episode. However, your storage device, your computer, performs better when you have free space.
Right.
If you ever get to a point where you are seeing red, when you open my computer or this PC and you are seeing red, your computer will perform slowly. And of course, it will die faster. By die, I mean the hard drive will go out faster. Movies that you have watched, unless you have sentimental attachment to it, delete them. I'm serious. Remember the other day I mentioned that some people like watching HD movies. Yeah. Very high quality. And a movie can be like 10 gigabytes. Hey, when you have multiples of those, there's somebody listening to me now who does that. So I'm not looking at you. So delete heavy files. If you have photos, memories, you can keep them in an external storage device or keep them in the cloud. There are various cloud services that are free that you can do that. Next thing is this part of the world, humidity is high and dust is our friend. You will notice that your computer has garnered dust. There's a fan underneath your laptop. What it does, it dissipates the heat because electronic components run hot. Your computer, your phone, sometimes you notice that your phone is very hot. They operate, electronics will generate heat when they operate. So if you have dust build up on your laptop, it performs slower. Why? Heat and electronics don't go together. The heat would want to damage the component, so it runs slower just to protect itself. So what you want to do is get a technician to clean that up for you. Lastly, batteries. Oh. Yes, batteries. over time, your battery performance will drop. Your computer will not run for as long as it would. Your phone would, the time between charges will be reduced.
Yeah.
Like, I just charged this thing. Now to quickly go and recharge. So replacing the battery would breathe new life into your gadget. All of these are cheaper than buying a new gadget.
Thank you.
And they will definitely extend the life of the device you have. Lastly, it's important not to use your laptop on the bed, on the cushion.
Please tell them.
The reason being, the air vents that cools the fan is blocked when you put your laptop on the bed, on the pillow, on the foam.
It just absorbs it and returns it.
There you go. The fan cannot take in air.
Yeah.
For it to dissipate. So you notice the computer after some time runs extra hot, stops charging, or it just reboots.
Yeah.
There's something called blue screen of death if you're running Windows. If you're running Mac operating system, you notice the computer is running hotter than normal. So
yeah.
These tips would help you to elongate the life of your devices. This is January. If you do not have the plan to replace your computer, your phone before the middle of the year or the end of the year, just take these steps and you would elongate the lifespan.
So you're welcome. This is our own little way of helping you,
save money.
Save money, right? So save that money, use it for something good because devices are not cheap these days. Next time, talk about some of these storage options and also for mobile devices as well.
Yes, I see your flagship
the market is not smiling at all. So we'll have that conversation. We have to thank you so much, Mr. Akimbitoye. Thank you for that reminder.
Thank you so much.
He's a tech advisor and of course he always walks us through PC Fix. Thank you once again.